Hi, everyone, and welcome to English for You. I'm Erin.
And I'm Elsie.
Elsie, I have a question. It's about a pretty serious topic. Do your family members ever talk about life during World War II?
Actually, yes. My grandparents used to tell me how scary it was when Japanese soldiers killed tons of Chinese people during World War II.
Now, did they live in Taipei at that time?
No, they lived in China.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So I imagine that they probably had a pretty scary life there at that time. It wasn't a great time to live in China.
Yes, they did. So today's article is a story about a little girl in the U.S. who was affected by the war.
That's right. Now, she didn't experience lots of bombs or fighting, though.
That's right. She had an experience during the war that you might not have heard of before.
Well, let's find out the story of this young girl, Manami Tanaka, right now.
Reading.
Paper Wishes. 10-year-old Manami Tanaka and her family enjoy a quiet life on Bainbridge Island, off the coast of Washington, U.S. The year is 1942. 3 months have passed since Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and the U.S. is now at war with the country. Manami is with her grandpa as they walk his dog, Eugene, along the beach one evening. She notices a U.S. Navy ship and comments that it's scary for her to see the American soldiers. Her grandpa surprises her with his reply. When the soldiers see you, they are scared too. He says this is because Americans fear that Japanese people, like their family, will betray the U.S. The next day, Manami's teacher informs her and other Japanese American students that this is their last day at their school. Confused, Manami goes home to find her mom doing all their laundry. Still, she is left in the dark about what's going on. It is not until the next day that she learns she and her family must leave their home.
Okay, the article starts out by giving us some information about this young girl. It says, 10-year-old Manami Tanaka and her family enjoy a quiet life on Bainbridge Island, off the coast of Washington, U.S.
今天呢，故事的开头告诉我们，10岁的主角 Manami 跟家人生活在班布里治岛，一切宁静美好。So where is this island? It's off the coast of Washington, U.S. 也就是在美国华盛顿州的海岸边。And Washington is in the northwest of the U.S. 华盛顿州呢，在美国的西北方。那我们如果用到 be off the coast of 代表是在某地的岸边 For example, Taiwan is off the southeast coast of China 台湾在中国大陆的东南岸边
Okay, well, let's find out what the sort of situation is here. Now, we know we're going to go back in time because we're talking about World War II. So the article says the year is 1942. 3 months have passed since Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and the U.S. is now at war with the country. Okay, so a lot's going on in this sentence. We've just gotten some pretty crazy information. So we learned that Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. Now, a harbor is an area of water right next to land. The water there is calm. Sort of this area is calm water. It can be quite big, but the water won't have a lot of waves. So ships are safe when they go into that area. Now, we often use this word to talk about a place where things come off and go on ships too. For example, we might say, have you ever visited Kaohsiung's harbor? There are lots of cool things to see there.
Harbor 就是港口啦，或是解释为海港也可以。There's also 基隆 Harbor, 台中 Harbor, and 花莲 Harbor in Taiwan too.
Lots of harbors.
Yes.
Must be because it's an island.
Yes, it's an island. Back in 1942, Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, 日本轰炸珍珠港。Pearl Harbor is in Hawaii, right? 它是在夏威夷的地方。And this made the U.S. enter World War II.
That's right.
那文章也带我们回到了当时 The U.S. is now at war with Japan.
That's right. So before Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, the U.S. wasn't actually in the war. They only sort of entered the war after this event. So what we're saying here, be at war with somebody, means that you are actively fighting with a person or a country, like in this situation. Now, we often use this to talk about countries who are at war, but we can use it to talk about businesses. The two businesses are at war with each other. They're both trying to make more money. And people too.
War 我们知道是战争 Be at war with somebody or a country 代表的是与某人对抗或者是与某国打仗 So now the US is fighting against Japan and the article tells us Manami is with her grandpa as they walk his dog Eugene along the beach one evening.
Okay, so she's kind of just taking a walk with her grandpa. They've got their little dog. But she sees something when she's doing this. It says here, she notices a U.S. Navy ship and comments that it's scary for her to see the American soldiers.
Comment 这边当动词用是评论发表意见的动作 She says it's scary for her to see the American soldiers.
That's right. Okay, so what she's saying here is that these soldiers in front of her, she thinks they're scary. Now, this adjective describes something that makes you feel frightened, afraid, or nervous. Now, physical things like driving too fast or weapons like guns or knives can be scary, but things that you can't touch or see can be scary too, such as ghosts or standing up in front of a lot of people and giving a speech. That can be a scary thing to do. For example, we might say, this movie is really scary. I won't be able to sleep tonight.
Scary 这个形容词呢，解释为可怕的或是令人害怕的。那如果是某人感到害怕，我们要用哪一个字呢？就不能用 scary 咯，我们要用的是 scared 或是 afraid. 那如果再害怕一点，你可以说 frightened. For example, we can also say Manami is scared when seeing American soldiers. 当 Manami 看到美国士兵的时候，他会感到害怕。
Okay, so we did also see a grammar pattern in that sentence. It started with the word it. Can we talk about that too?
Yes, of course. 我们这个句子呢是 It's scary for her to see the American soldiers. 我们这边要讲到的是 it 当虚主词的用法。那当句子里面的主词如果太长的时候呢，我们会用 it 当作虚主词。那真主词怎么办呢？真主词会被移到句尾。那这样阅读起来呢才会比较容易理解。那句型是it 虚主词开头，后面加个 be 动词，如果否定的话要加上否定字 not， 再接上一个形容词，再接上 to be 原形动词。若要表示对某人而言，我们则在形容词后面加上 for somebody。所以文章说呢，对他来说看到美国士兵很可怕。To see American soldiers 是这句话的真主词，所以这个句子我们也可以说 To see American soldiers is scary for her。那另外再给同学们一个例子It was very surprising for me to learn that they broke up. 对我来说得知他们分手很惊讶。那这一句也可以说成什么呢？也可以把真主词摆到前面变成 To learn that they broke up is very surprising for me.Okay,
so she sees all these American soldiers and she goes, oh, I'm scared of them, Grandpa. Now, her grandpa has something interesting to say in return. He says here, her grandpa surprises her with his reply. When the soldiers see you, they are scared too.
They are scared too?
Yeah, so
Why?
it's interesting to think that soldiers would be scared of like a little girl, right?
Right.
But he does have an interesting answer here. So let's talk about the word reply before we find out why the soldiers are afraid. But reply is a noun, and it's something that you write, say, or do to answer somebody. So another word for reply is answer. Now, as an example sentence, we might say, Jason sent me a reply to my email this morning, but I haven't read it yet.
Reply 这边当名词用是回答答复爷爷的回答让 Manami 很惊讶哦 So why are the soldiers scared too when they see Manami?
Well, Grandpa has an answer for this. He says, this is because Americans fear that Japanese people, like their family, will betray the U.S.
Oh, so we see betray here. Betray. 它是一个动词代表背叛 Manami is a Japanese American, right? 日本裔的美国人所以美国人会害怕像 Manami 一家人一样的日本人会背叛他们
Right. So because she's Japanese American and the U.S. is at war with Japan, the soldiers think that her family, they might be spies or they might be trying to go to war with the U.S. even though they are actually American citizens.
Right.
So here, the story kind of moves to the next day here. It says, the next day, Manami's teacher informs her and other Japanese American students that this is their last day at their school. Now, what Manami's teacher did here was inform her students of something. Now, inform is a verb, and when you inform somebody of something, you officially give them some news or information. Now, we don't usually use this word to talk about conversations with your friends. We usually use it in more serious situations, such as the one we're talking about here, or in business. Here's an example sentence. The doctor informed Damon that his surgery went well and he will recover soon.
Inform 这个动词解释为通知告知 To inform somebody 后面可以用 that 带出一个子句然后解释为告知某人某事那告知的事情呢则是消息我们说 information 那这个字是不可数的哦所以回到文章呢隔天啊 Manami 的老师告知他和其他的日本裔美国人这是他们在学校的最后一天But why is it the last day? What happened?
Well, unfortunately, Manami doesn't find out quite yet what the reason is that she can't go to the school anymore. In fact, she actually doesn't find out right even when she goes home. So it says here in the article, confused, Manami goes home to find her mom doing all their laundry. Now, we started this sentence with an adjective, so we're kind of just saying how Manami is feeling with the situation. So she's feeling confused. This adjective means that you aren't really able to think clearly about a situation or understand something very clearly. Now, when you feel confused, you might have trouble making sense of something. This often happens because you don't have all of the information you need to understand it. As an example, we might say, I'm confused about this math problem. Can you show me how to do it?
Confused 这个形容词解释为感到困惑的Be confused about something 代表的就是对某事感到困惑那我们在文章中看到他用了分词构句原句是什么呢原句是Manami is confused when she goes home to find her mom doing all their laundry 那因为前后主词是相同的都是 Manami 所以可以将连接词 when 省略前面的主词 Manami 和 be 动词 was 也可以省略留下当形容词用的过去分词 confused 在句首就可以了所以我们说Manami is confused when she sees her mom doing the laundry.
Okay, so let's find out what laundry is as well. This is a noun, the word laundry. And laundry is any clothes that need to be washed, are being washed right now, or have just been washed. Now, if you are doing laundry, you are washing your clothes. If you're putting away your laundry, it means your clothes are clean and they're going back in the closet or in your drawers. Another example for laundry could be, I can meet you for lunch as soon as I've finished doing my laundry and hanging it out to dry.Laundry
这个名词啊，指的是待洗的衣物、寝具。那动词配合的是 do， 所以我们说 do the laundry 就是洗衣服。那 laundry 也可以指洗好的衣物哦。所以有的时候你可能会听到妈妈或爸爸跟你说 Let's fold the laundry， 就是我们来折洗好的衣服吧。
I bet you can tell how I feel about laundry.
So does her mom tell her why she's doing all that laundry?
No, so the teacher didn't tell her why she wouldn't be able to go to the school, and her mom hasn't told her why she's doing all of their laundry. She is so confused. It says here, still, she is left in the dark about what's going on. Now, we have an interesting phrase in that sentence, be left in the dark, or just in the dark about something. And that is actually today's pocket phrase go. So let's take a quick break to find out about it.
Pocket phrase go! I have the best business advice. 我比其他人都还知道赚钱的撇步。Hi, 我是美国总统川普。The first thing you need to do in any business is make sure you're not in the dark about anything. 商场如战场，如果你 in the dark 的话，就会错失先机。因为在乌漆麻黑的地方，要怎么知道状况呢？所以 in the dark 或 in the dark about something 的意思就是对某事一无所知。知识就是力量，想要赢，不只要了解敌人，也要控制消息。像我和金正恩谈判的时候，我到最后一刻才让大家知道结果。Every news outlet was in the dark about the result of my meeting with Kim, where I made the best deal for the United States. 不到最后一刻，不要掀开自己底牌。
Okay, so we learned that by in the dark about what's going on, she still has no idea what's happening. No one is telling her anything. Now, you can imagine as a 10-year-old girl, this can be quite a scary situation if you don't know what's happening and things are changing or going really wrong in your life. Now, here it says, it is not until the next day that she learns she and her family must leave their home.Wow,
so they must leave their home.
That's right.
一定要离开家里，到底是为什么呢？在我们看下去之前呢，我们先讲这个句型。在这个句子里面，我们看到 it is not until 加上时间，再加上一个 that 子句，表示的是呢，直到某时间点，某事才发生。所以直到隔天，他才知道他和他的家人得离开他们的家。那再给同学们一个例子哦。It wasn't until 3 a.m. this morning that my brother finally got home. 直到今天凌晨3点，我弟弟才到家。OK, 所以这个句型大家可以学起来。So I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out why Manami and her family have to leave their house, right?
Yes, unfortunately, we are all out of time for our article today. We have to leave Manami in this scary situation without finding out what's happening. But we will be back, of course, tomorrow with more of our story, and we will find out what happens to her family then. For now, we are going to go to our For You chat, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For You chat.
All right, welcome back to our For You chat question. This one's a bit of an interesting one today. If you had to leave home suddenly, what would you bring with you and why?
Oh, if I had to leave home suddenly, that means I couldn't bring too much stuff with me, right?
No, probably not.
So maybe I would bring some clothes to keep myself warm.
Yeah.
All the money I have. And my smartphone and a charger.
Okay.
So clothes, like I said, keep me warm. Money is always useful. And in case there's any emergency, I could use my smartphone to contact others.
Right. Okay. All good things to have. I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, what would you bring?
Well, it depends, I guess, where I'm living, but I would always pack a few clothes. Make sure I have some warm clothes.
Yeah.
Because you never know if it's going to get cold. I would bring my smartphone and charger just like you. If I could, I'd bring my computer, but it wouldn't be the first thing I went for.
Right.
I would make sure that I had my passport and my wallet.
Oh, that's a good idea. You have to bring your passport.
Right. It's a good piece of ID to have.
Yes.
I would also try to see if I could grab a few photos or, something that is very personal, like a personal item that means a lot to me if I had time, right?
Oh, so you can, yeah.
Right, like if I was at my parents' house, I would grab my old teddy bear because, it's been with me since I was a baby or something like that.
So that's like a comfort.
Right. It's important to have a comfort in a scary situation. And even if it's really small, it can help you feel a bit happier sometimes, right? So lots of things that you might grab if you had to leave home suddenly. Talk about the things that you would bring if you had to leave your house in a situation like this. We are going to say goodbye for today, but we'll see you again tomorrow. See you later.
See you. Bye.
Paper wishes. 10-year-old Manami Tanaka and her family enjoy a quiet life on Bainbridge Island, off the coast of Washington, U.S. The year is 1942. 3 months have passed since Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and the U.S. is now at war with the country. Manami is with her grandpa as they walk his dog, Eugene, along the beach one evening. She notices a U.S. Navy ship and comments that it's scary for her to see the American soldiers. Her grandpa surprises her with his reply. When the soldiers see you, they are scared too. He says this is because Americans fear that Japanese people, like their family, will betray the U.S. The next day, Manami's teacher informs her and other Japanese American students that this is their last day at their school. Confused, Manami goes home to find her mom doing all their laundry. Still, she is left in the dark about what's going on. It is not until the next day that she learns she and her family must leave their home.
Vocabulary Review.
Harbor. The rich man boarded his boat and sailed out of the harbor toward the open sea. Scary. That movie is so scary that Fiona won't watch it with the lights off. Reply. Matt told Vivian that he loved her and waited nervously for her reply. Inform. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted to AMC College. Confused. Henry asked his sister for help with his history homework because he was confused. Laundry. All my sweaters are dirty. I need to do the laundry soon.